Hello, friends, and welcome to Friday Fashion Red Carpet Edition. This is going to be a little chat about a doll that I started collecting back in 1995. I had the pleasure of meeting her artist and creator on several occasions and was fortunate enough to call him a friend. We were Facebook buddies for a long while until I had closed down my Facebook account. I had a lot of great artist creators and doll maker friends and a myriad of other really neat, fun celebrity friends on my Facebook platform, which I felt the need and the call a couple of years ago to close down. And unfortunately, I lost a lot of great, cherished photos and videos that I don't think I'll be able to recover. But I do have great, fond memories and a lot of great friends that I've made over the years. Back in 1995, a doll came into my vision, into my realm, and I instantly fell in love with her. As I say, I had the great privilege and honor of calling her creator a friend of mine. I got to meet him on several occasions at many different doll fairs, conventions, doll shows of all kinds. And I have to say, he's the most humble and genuine and wonderful doll artist. One of the many few that I've had the pleasure to know. But I'm just going to show you the box here. She would come in a shipper box much like this. She was produced by Ashton Drake. Let me see if I can get this into frame here. Ashton Drake, back in the day, as I say, 1995. And back in those days, really eBay and all these other websites were not really available. I started my eBay account in 1998, and at that time, dolls were on there, but they're not on there as we know it today. I mean, it was really scarce. It was more like a thrift type of thing, or, dolls were rare and few, but far and hard to find. You really had to struggle to look. And that's because a lot of the dolls, when you wanted to buy, you would either go through doll magazines. Like I had a subscription to Doll Reader, Dolls, Contemporary Doll, Barbie Bazaar. There was a wonderful, it looked like, it was a periodical, it looked like a newspaper, and I believe it was called the Toy Shop or the Toy Store. But anyway, it was the only way that you could really buy, sell, or trade dolls. You would look in the magazine, look in the for sale, look for swaps, and things were very honest and homespun back then. It was just beautiful. And you would find and discover different dolls, new doll artists by looking at these magazines. And then you would either work through a doll broker if you didn't want to wait. Like, for example, Ashton Drake, you would have to wait a little bit for the dolls to come in. So I was using a doll broker, which also was a doll store. She had a doll shop of her own. It was called Nana's. And if you guys remember back in the day where you would be able to be in a subscription for, like, music, and they would send you the new CD every month, that's what was going on with my Jean dolls. I wouldn't know what I was getting, but I was on like a subscription. And so every time a new Jean doll came out, the doll store would just send it to me. And I had the option of keeping it or returning it, and I always kept it. So needless to say, my Jean collection is massive. Unfortunately, when I got married and moved into my new home, a lot of my jeans are in storage. And so, yeah, you would get a wonderful little thing like this from your doll seller, your doll broker, and they would say, this is the doll. If you want her, please, send payment. If not, please return doll. Well, of course, I always kept the doll. This is her certificate of authenticity. And Mel Odom, as I say, is her creator. Incredible guy, lovely man. I love him so much. He was a bit of a commercial artist in New York City, and he did so many wonderful art pieces, friends with like great artists, a great community of unbelievable talent. And he still lives in New York to this day with his husband Charlie, and he still produces art, but no longer the Jean doll. The Jean doll was produced from 1995, when she was introduced at the Toy Fair, to 2005. And then 2006, to 2010, Integrity Toys kind of took over, Jason Wu, and then after that, the Jamie Show from 2013 to the present. And, you know, this doll, I have to say, I stopped collecting after Ashton Drake stopped producing her. But this doll has all the bells and whistles. She was definitely geared for a more mature doll collector. And as I said at the time, if you were a subscriber to Doll Reader, Contemporary Doll, Doll Magazine, you would be seeing Jean in all of these different magazines. She is without a doubt the most beautiful, well-rounded doll. She's definitely got a very old school Hollywood look to her. She came with different hair colors. This is the platinum blonde. I have her in every single incarnation. Redhead, brunette, every outfit. As I say, it's all buried deep in the confines of my attic. When I moved into my new home, unfortunately, a lot of my dolls, because I do collect so many different dolls, as you know, they are basically kept under wraps in boxes. I want to do an edition where I just start pulling out boxes, because when I moved, I didn't really have the time to label the boxes of which doll. So it's like Christmas every time I go up there and I pull a box looking for a certain doll, and I find something that I didn't even know I have, which has been happening to me a lot lately this past week or so, looking for a couple of these. I haven't even hit the mother load of all my Jean dolls, but it's always like Christmas and a surprise when I go up into the attic and pull out a box. As I say, they're not always labeled, and so I never know what I'm going to pull out. But I don't want to get too off topic here, but I'm going to probably try to do a series where I go up there, pull a box, not know what it is, bring it down, and share it with you. Anyway, back to my lovely Jean. You can see she's got this gorgeous, gorgeous little CZ stud there that holds her capelet together. Her hair is in all these curls, and it's got all these beautiful little blue bows. As I said, this was the one that I was able to pull for this edition. She's got her gorgeous blue satin fur cape on with this beautiful, gorgeous lace outfit. I am terrible. I'm one of those collectors that tend to leave everything still you know, in their boxes and tagged from the doll houses or the doll shows that I get them from. And this is Jean, lovely in lace. And this gown, let me show you her. I mean, unbelievable. I'm sorry that my camera work isn't the best here, but look at the attention to detail that Mel had put into these dolls. Satin, high heel shoes. Every doll of his had stockings. Let me see if I could show you this. I just wish I had better work here. But her panties, her lace panties, these are stockings. You can't really tell, but they're all lined. They're lined stockings, and Mel did not leave any attention to detail undone. I mean, I just absolutely love her. I'm going to have to probably at some point switch my camera. I don't know how I can do this. But, wow, it's not really working out so well here for me. I'm going to try my best to show her and kind of move on. I'm sorry, getting distracted here by the fact that I can't really do a total body shot on her in one piece. This capelet is just so beautiful. The hood can come up. She is just so well done. And Mel really had an affinity for old Hollywood. One of his dearest friends is the old glamorous Hollywood actress Marsha Hunt, who he has been friends with for so long, and he really, you know, just, this was like a nod to the days of Marsha Hunt and those wonderful old glam Hollywood actresses, and where no attention was left undone in detail. And she's just so beautiful. And I know that I could really have my dolls out of the box and on display somewhere, but really, I think at this point I would need to have like a warehouse or a doll museum, because I feel bad that my girls are put away in such beauty. But you know what? I know that at least they are being taken care of. She always has a Jean stand. All the Jean dolls come with these beautiful stands. It's a saddle stand. Some people don't like the saddle stands. I love the saddle stands. And they do help to make her look really pretty and stand really well. Let's see if I can do this. And then you can't have Jean without her man. So Mel introduced Trent Osborne, and I wish I could remember the date that Trent came out. I don't have, let me see here, the actual factual date with me. I should have that as I'm tearing through the box, but nevertheless, here is Trent Osborne, her main leading man in all of his glory. He kind of reminds me of Mel, actually. A lot of the artwork that Mel Odom does is very similar to Trent. He's got his gorgeous silk bow tie, his lovely little kerchief in there. He's wearing his tails. This was his first introduction outfit. He's got his own stand that has his name there. It's a saddle stand, and no detail is left untouched with Trent Osborne. He's the gentleman who's going to escort her down the red carpet. Jean was an actress. The doll was billed as an actress, and so every outfit, I would get extra outfits, and she had beautiful furniture, and she came with some incredible accessories. I don't remember getting a lot of them. I did get some of them, but not as many as I'd like. But Trent is just her main man. But with that came a little competition. And let me see if I can do this without hurting anything. With that came some competition, and Jean had to have a nemesis. I'm going through these boxes. As I say, they're all still packaged in their boxes, so forgive me as I go through these. But this nemesis also, like Jean, came in different incarnations of hair coloring. This is Madra Lord. And Madra Lord loved to give Jean a hard time. Let me see. This is the first encounter. So this was our first formal introduction to Madra. This is her beautiful certificate of authenticity. This is a gorgeous rendering. These are the renderings that Mel would draw. He would draw this. They would then make the doll, create the fashions, and let me tell you, Jean fashions are like no other. I mean, it's like a couture went mad and bonkers in there and did some unbelievable things. So she premiered in 2000. And I'll save the pictures and stuff so you could see the real gal, the real Madra, who is definitely ready for the red carpet. And let me put this up to the side here. This is Madra Lord in all of her glory. She's got a little beauty mark there. That was her deal. That's how you knew it was Madra. She's got this lovely jewelry, gorgeous bracelet. She's got this long fur cape with a necklace and the earrings. Like I say, these dolls, and you know, they really did not retail for a lot. I think the first Jean retailed for like $59.99, something to that effect, and the fashions were like $36.99. They're 15 and a half inch dolls, and so they really, I mean, are easy. They're not over the top, difficult to handle. Except look at the outfits. I just, this silk fur coat. Look at this gown. If this isn't a red carpet gown, I don't know what fits the bill. I'm going to have to pull her back a little bit. Look at the shoes. Hold on a second here. Oh my gosh, I can't even with this gown. There's also crinoline under here. Stockings, as I say. Oh my God, forgive me for this bad. I need like a cameraman for sure. There are different color shoes, although these look very similar to the other ones that my lovely Lace is wearing, but they're all different. And the amount of satin on this doll and the brocade, I mean, just the embellishments, I just die. Look at the bodice on this. No detail. Look at this. I mean, just unbelievable. And let me see if I can move the coat so you can see the back train. It just goes on and on and on. And I do beg for your forgiveness with this overbearing wrap that she has. But it is just her fur coat, and she wouldn't be going to the premieres. Oh, look at this little beautiful little detail there on her hair. She is just dreamy. She's got her little handbag here. And it is a functioning handbag. It has a little snap there, which I won't unsnap now. And let me see if I can get her on her stand so we could look at her a little bit better here. She's got her Madra stand there. And she definitely gave Jean a lot of heartache, and it's easy to see why. She is just gorgeous, and she also wanted Trent's attention. She was an actress too. She was billed as as I say, one of Madra's contemporaries there in the acting realm. Wow, her dress is so big that I could barely fit her in there. Let me see. She's like, Trent, give me all of your attention. And this gown and this coat and her little handbag here. Let me see if I can get her in all of her glory. It's just amazing. Oops, there went her little bag. Trying to show off her dress there, the inside of her dress. Maybe I'll leave that little purse there like so. Let's see. So that's the trio. And then, because that wasn't enough, and I think at this point, I don't know that I know there's Zeta Charles and Ivy Johnson, I want to say something to that effect. But nevertheless, the last I'm going to show you today, because I know this is a rather long video, is another Ashton Drake box here. Let's see. This is the lovely, beautiful Violet Waters. And Violet Waters came in, and I think she was a way to placate the gang and soothe the gang. Look at this lovely, I haven't been showing the box presentations. I've been just popping them out of here, but she is just beautiful. I love this era too, because my mother would get so many beautiful dresses like this. Every Friday night, she and my dad used to own a really cool club back in the day, and all the family, my uncles and aunts, and everyone would get together and go out and go dancing. And my dad would always have a beautiful gown waiting for my mother, new shoes, the whole nine. And that was just so that she would look pretty and feel great about going out. I'm just trying to rip my girl out of the box here. And I just love that era. It was a time that was just like no other. Everything was dreamy and fantasy and taking the women away from their humdrum lives at home. And Mel kind of recaptured that with all the beauty and detail of these dolls. Really and truly. I mean, I really should have prepared getting my Violet Waters out of the box here. And I'm probably going to pause and then regroup and bring her back out to you. Okay, so we're back, and I just wanted to show you the lovely Violet Waters. She's wearing this beautiful purple ensemble. There is her gorgeous outfit. She's got her lilac sandals on and her stockings. And sorry about that. And her beautiful lavender chiffon dress with her beautiful hair up in that gorgeous, I want to say that it's an orchid or maybe it's a magnolia. I'm not really sure. Or perhaps it's a giant violet, because she is Violet Waters, and there she is in this lovely sheer top, top on her dress there. And as I was saying, my dad, yes, he owned a club, so my mother would have lots of beautiful little gowns, and this reminds me of those gowns from back in the day. And I love everything about this era, this doll. I can't say enough about it. Mel Odom, the creator, who, as I said, I was really, really fortunate enough to meet, because back then, and we have a doll show coming up, a doll convention that some of the other doll collectors and doll creators here on YouTube will be attending at the end of August, or I should say the end of July, beginning of August in St. Louis. And it was very much like those doll shows, those doll conventions where you could meet these doll artists. And I'm hoping that some will attend so we can get the chance to speak with them, and that would be lovely. But that's actually how we were able to meet a lot of the doll artists and doll creators back in the day. And that's how I got to have my first meeting with Mel Odom. And it was a different time back then. There, as I said, there wasn't really eBay and doll stores and selling. It was just a different time. And I remember when eBay came out, the doll community was really like crestfallen, because it kind of took something away from going to meet these creators, going to the conventions, going to the shows, seeing what was really out there, feeling and touching and seeing it for the first time. And it was a real experience. And with gowns and dolls and attention to detail like this, I don't think this exists anymore. And I think a lot of that did die, unfortunately, as I'm going to say, due to eBay, Etsy, Mercari. You just don't find this any longer. So I'll be very curious going to this doll convention, as I say, in late July, beginning of August in Missouri, whether or not we will see any doll artists. I know the likes of Mel Odom and his kind are scarce, and I still have great love and affinity for him and the doll creators that I did have the privilege to meet and get to know and was lucky enough to call friend. But I'm glad that I can introduce you just to some of my Jean dolls that I have. I would love to share some of their accessories with you, because their gowns, I have oh gosh. Maybe one day, I can bust out those boxes out of my attic that are in storage and just share the loveliness. But until then, there'll be some surprise box openings that even shock me when I reopen and revisit some old friends like these. And I'm glad I was able to share this with you. I'm sorry, I know this was a long video, but I think these girls, and Trent back there, he even had extra accessories and outfits in different hair colors and without the mustache. I think that these dolls definitely deserve this time and attention and this place in history in doll art and adult doll collecting. So you can find these gals out there on the secondary market. It's always great to go to a doll show and find them there with a dealer. But I do miss those days. I miss those days, and I miss those times when doll collecting was a different experience, and really, something I wish we could bring back. Wishing you all a wonderful, fashionable Friday. I hope you guys enjoy the Oscars that will be coming up, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Happy weekend.